I've just very recently gone through an experience that no parent, no one should have to go through. My daughter, whom I love with all my heart, uh, found herself in the hospital last week with very, very serious injuries. She had surgery to repair those injuries, and I pray to God that those surgeries will ultimately prove to be successful. But my issue is with the service that we received while in the hospital as a result of everything that happened to my daughter. My daughter experienced several bouts of excruciating pain. Pain that was evident and indicative of a chart that was actually in the room, a chart uh, that measures your pain level from 1 to 10. My daughter reached 10, I don't know, 10 times. And I just could not believe what I was seeing. I could not believe that someone could be in that much pain in a hospital. In a hospital. Her symptoms were, there was no doubt the amount of pain that she was in. If you look at that chart, number 10 on that chart is a picture of an individual. It's a animated picture who is fire red in complexion, sweating profusely with what looks like, I guess, tears pouring from their eyes and a look of anguish on their face. This described my daughter to a T. Yet, the caretakers, the nurses, allowed this to happen over and over and over and over again. Needless to say, I was extremely upset. Extremely upset. And so we opted to take our daughter home so that we could administer the pain medication, so that we could manage the pain medication in a way that the hospital just refused to do. It's not that they couldn't do it. This entire opioid episode has changed the way that hospitals manage pain. And I think that a patient's comfort and a patient's care are casualties of their decision. They're afraid of being sued. And on one level, I get that. I do. But in reality, in practical terms, no one, absolutely no one should reach a 10 in pain in the hospital. At home, maybe. In the hospital? Come on. Really? So, I don't know what they're going to do going forward. But I do think that their current situation, their current solution to the opioid situation is the wrong approach. It's the absolutely wrong approach. And I urge everybody who's in a hospital today, who witnesses the fact that hospitals are more afraid of being sued, litigated against, than they are in practicing pain management. So be very, very, very careful that you don't overstay while there, because you will go through some excruciating, you or your loved one, some excruciating periods of time while you're in there. Tens on a pain scale of 1 to 10. It's just not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. Your loved ones, you will be better off at home. Please be careful. Please be aware.